Hello, this is Geezer Al. Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. We made it to the Strip. Woohoo! We met Benny, got betrayed by Benny, met Yes Man, learned the secret of the platinum chip. So let's head over to talk to Mr. House before he gets upset that we ignored him in favor of the other people. Okay, where is he at? Is he here? There's the lucky 38. Hey, Victor.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on.
Okay.
I see you brought some friends. Sorry, partner, but they're gonna have to stay outside.
Okay, I'll head up by myself.
Come back soon now.
Activate the companion dismissal terminal. No, thank you.
Where to, partner?
So you're my elevator? You're gonna go to the penthouse?
Penthouse floor.
Well, you're just a general purpose utility robot, aren't you, Victor? Jane? Hello, Jane.
Well, hello, Sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office.
So who are you?
I'm Jane, one of Mr. House's girls. We keep him entertained. We don't get many guests lately. Perhaps we can entertain you as well.
So what can you tell me about Mr. House?
Why, Sugar, he's the maximum utmost. If it weren't for Mr. House, we wouldn't have this fabulous wonderland of New Vegas, would we?
I didn't realize robots could have such strong feelings about people.
Sugar, I may be a robot on the outside, but on the inside, my neurocomputational matrix is an exact copy of Mr. House's favorite girl.
So you're a copy of a dead woman? What exactly do you do for Mr. House?
Mr. House has a lot of needs, Sugar. I take care of all of them, and a lady doesn't kiss and tell.
I don't really want to think about that. Sounds like you're pretty fond of him.
Well, of course I am, silly. Mr. House is just the smartest, most wonderful man there ever was. Why, did you know he single-handedly reclaimed New Vegas from all those nasty tribes that used to live here? Well, he single-handedly sent in his Securitrons to do it, but that counts in my book.
Okay.
Anything you like, Sugar.
So what is this place? You know what? Goodbye for a second. I have to do something about the audio. Why does the wind seem super loud here? I know we're supposed to be on the top floor, but still. Okay, Jane, let's continue our discussion.
Well, hello, Sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office.
Yeah, I know. What can you tell me about New Vegas?
Oh, there's lots of things to tell, I'm sure. There's the 3 families, the casinos, the other attractions. What would you like to know?
Tell me about the 3 families.
They're just new money, Sugar. They might pretend they're sophisticated, but between you and me, they're not far off from tribals. Emeritus especially are just awful brutes. The chairman and the White Glove Society at least pretend to have some culture.
All right, what about the casinos?
Well, of course, there used to be a lot more of them. But these days, there are 3 open to the public. The Tops, the Ultra Lukes, and Gamora. And the Lucky 38, of course. But we're not open to the public. You're a special case, Sugar.
What about the other attractions?
Well, let's see. The NCR has an embassy here, but why you'd want to go talk to a bunch of boring old politicians, I surely don't know. Oh, and the Vault 21 Hotel and Gift Shop has an adorable collection of old Vault-Tec memorabilia. And I suppose if you like neon signs, you might check out Michelangelo's sign shop. Anything you like, Sugar.
So what kind of robots are you?
Why, I'm a Robco PDQ 88B Mark I Securitron, you silly goose. We're the finest in personal civil robotic security on the market.
All right, nice meeting you, Jane. Okay, it takes her a minute to disconnect. Okay, so I guess we're going in to see Mr. House, and you know he's going to be a robot, correct? Isn't he? Talk to Mr. House.
The point of my inviting you to visit me here at the Lucky 38 before stomping into the Tops on your own was to help you prepare, tactically. Now, because of your carelessness, Benny has fled the Strip, taking with him the Platinum chip.
He set me up for an ambush. Should I ask them all? Can I do them all? So, were you aware that he had hijacked a Securitron and used it to infiltrate your network?
I suspected he'd found a way to access my encrypted databases, but, well, this explains it. That would be how he learned of the Platinum chip in the first place, not to mention where to intercept you on your way in. Highly resourceful, Benny. He would have made a fine agent had he stayed loyal. It's fortunate you came along to replace him. And ironic.
Yeah, he set me up for an ambush.
And whose idea was it to offer yourself up as a sacrificial lamb? Really, what did you expect? Are you going to keep giving him opportunities to kill you? It's becoming a hobby of his.
All right, so where do you think he's gone?
His destination is hardly a mystery. It's a near certainty that he's making his way for Caesar's camp at Fortification Hill. It's one of just 2 places on Earth that have the hardware necessary to read the Platinum chip. The Lucky 38 is the other, of course.
Okay.
I won't lie to you. It'll be dangerous. The next step will require you to infiltrate Caesar's camp at Fortification Hill.
What do you want me to do there?
I want you to open a hatch in the basement of the derelict weather station atop Fortification Hill. You'll recognize it on sight. The hatch bears the logo of the Lucky 38, same as the Platinum chip.
How do I open the hatch?
You can't, but the chip can. The hatch will recognize the Platinum chip and open sesame.
What's inside the hatch?
Something very important. I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise, so don't bother asking.
What's my stake in all this?
I'm not offering you an incentive as crude as money, though there'll be plenty of that. What I'm offering you is a ground floor opportunity in the most important enterprise on Earth. What I'm offering is a future. For you, and for what remains of the human race.
Okay, I'm in.
I expect that if Benny doesn't have the chip, Caesar will make sure you get it. More on that later. Be off.
Use the Platinum chip to open the secret bunker. Okay, this is definitely, what do you call it, celebrity filled. I recognize Dave Foley as Yes Man And this is Rene Auberjonois. I never knew how to pronounce his name. From Deep Space Nine. At least it sounded like him.
Congratulations, partner. The boss has instructed me to comp you to the High Roller Suite. You can bring your friends too. Be like a little clubhouse for the gang you put together. Just bear in mind, you're the only one gets to see the boss. Any friends you got, they can wait in the suite. Enjoy the digs, partner. They're plenty fancy.
Cool. Well, let's go there.
High Roller Suite.
Upgrade the suite? Oh. Nice, let's do that maybe later. Any perk magazines laying around? Alright, kitchen dining room. And I'm burning daylight, let's go.
Where to, partner?
Cocktail lounge. Oh, this must be the revolving restaurant. That nobody is in. All right, let's go back to the casino. Yeah, it's kind of creepy, totally empty casino. All right, so should I meet people? The strip?
Excuse me, but are you the courier who caused all of that trouble in the tops?
Hi, Emily. Yeah, what do you want to know?
Oh, well, we heard, we meaning the followers of the apocalypse, that you had been in there. The Lucky 38, I mean. And we were wondering if you could help us. If it's not too much trouble, of course.
Sure. So how did you get enough money to enter the strip?
This is important enough to the followers that we scraped together the caps required for the credit check. And I'm staying at Vault 21, which is pretty cheap, for the strip anyway.
All right, what do you need?
Oh, great. The followers of the apocalypse, well, some of us anyway, have been interested in Mr. House's technology. How he stays alive. Of course, no one else is allowed inside the Lucky 38, so no one knows what's going on. Well, except for you.
Okay.
Right. We just want to find out what sort of technology Mr. House has used to stay alive for all these years. It could be of great benefit to the people we try to help, many of whom suffer from hard-to-diagnose illnesses.
Dr. Geezer Al diagnoses a terminally low discussion of caps in this conversation.
Ah, I see. I suppose I can give you some medical supplies for your efforts. I assure you they will be worth plenty of caps.
All right, I'll do it.
Great. I'll have the medical supplies for you by the time you come back. Here, take this packet sniffer. It'll allow us to intercept data on Mr. House's network. You might have to manually remove the encryption from his data network, but hopefully you won't have too much trouble. Good luck.
So bug an access point to the Lucky 38. What? Bug an access point to the Lucky 38's data network for the followers of the apocalypse. Okay, where is that? Is it local? Yeah, okay, let's just do it while we're here. Because I want to help the followers. It's something new. I don't think I did anything with them in the last playthrough. Okay, where am I going? Must be this. Bug the network. Okay, return to Emily with the news that the tower has been bugged. Okay. All right. Hey, Emily.
Hey, have you been able to bug Mr. House's network yet?
Yep.
Good to hear. But it looks like the bug was deactivated a few minutes after it went online. It looks like House has some kind of countermeasure in place to prevent eavesdropping on his network. We'll get through eventually, just not today. Here are those medical supplies I promised. Hopefully you won't need to use them. Take care.
Okay, so did Mr. House just become aware of us trying to infiltrate his network? Of course he did. Okay, so what am I doing here? We are doing recover the platinum chip. Okay, so we need to go to the fort anyway. Should I go render under Caesar? Yeah, I guess we're doing that. Maybe I should have dropped off a bunch of stuff at the penthouse. Let's go do that. All right, let's try this again. I just dropped off some stuff from Victoria in the presidential suite, and then I realized, oh, Eddie was also full. So, yeah, both of them now have inventory to spare, so let's get going. We are... what are we doing? We are going after Benny? Are we going after Benny? Cottonwood Cove. Yes, we're going to go to the Legion's Fortress. We're going to meet Benny. We're going to open the bunker. We're going to do all of that.
Ordinary guys with knives and bullets, and they're taking over Nevada.
Yeah, right?
Hello.
Hello, Cursor Luculus.
I warned them about that truck weeks ago. Always be prepared for any hazardous radiation, I said. Those headstrong fools should have listened. Are you ready to head upriver?
So who are you?
I am Cursor Lucullus, and my orders are to escort you to the Legion's camp at Fortification Hill. Are you ready to go?
What'll happen at the fort?
You'll be meeting face-to-face with the mighty Caesar himself, founder of the Legion, conqueror of 86 tribes. To my knowledge, this is the first time Caesar has ever summoned one of the dissolute to see him. Not even tribal chieftains receive this honor.
Well, I'm Geezer Owl. All right, let's go.
The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat. By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items.
Sure, why not?
Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave. Away. True to Caesar.
Well, you let me keep my clothes at least.
I'm harsh on the children, but they'll be excellent legionaries. I'm quite...
All right, here we go.
You must enter Caesar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside.
Okay. Oh, that means I have to tell them to wait?
True to Caesar.
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my legion, and yet you dare come before me. The garrison I established at Nelson has been wiped out. So tell me this, because I really want to know. I am feared, with good reason. But you, of all people, dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Caesar. What were you thinking?
You guaranteed me safety.
And you fell for that? Really? Because I'm going to have you killed now. Relax. I'm fucking with you. You do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave. You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat. You visit the tops, and next thing you know, the head of the chairman is fleeing the strip like a whimpering little pup. When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started?
What were you looking to start?
The time is fast approaching when my Legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching.
How do you know so much about me?
I have eyes and ears everywhere. It behooves me not to invade the West blind and deaf. It hasn't been hard to track your progress. It's not as though you've been keeping a low profile.
So what are you saying I have to do?
Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip Benny was carrying when we captured him. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried.
So what's on the other side of those doors?
Benny's theory, if I understood it through all the screaming, was that Mr. House stashed some kind of ultimate weapon down there. A gigantic robot to stomp us all to death. Who cares? Whatever it is, House built it. So I want it destroyed.
And once I'm inside?
I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Talk to Benny on your way out. He knows I'm going to let you decide how he dies. Maybe you want to remind him.
Okay, so...
The camps are getting crowded.
Take a Legion slave ledger.
True to Kaiser.
Ah, there's Benny. Hello, Benny.
Go ahead and laugh, baby. I ain't blind to the humor in this situation.
It is pretty funny.
Yeah, well, laugh it up on your own time. Down to brass tacks. How'd your meet and greet with Baldy go?
He gave me the chip.
Sure. Baldy wants you to go down there in the bunker and destroy whatever Mr. House stashed there. Oh, you don't want to do that, baby. Whatever's down in that bunker is the key to the city called Vegas. So here's what you do. You go down there and you use the chip to do whatever Mr. House would have wanted you to do. And when you get back to the strip, you find Yes Man. I made it so that cat can't help but be helpful. Dig?
So, do I really want to know more about you?
I'm the most interesting person I know.
Was your tribe always called the Chairman?
No, in the way back we called ourselves the Boot Riders. Silly name, but that's how we rode the Mojave, dig? On our feet. We were nomadic badasses not to be trifled with, a gang of ruffians, though with a certain panache. When House gave us the tops to renovate, his robots dropped off boxes full of suits and ties and wingtip shoes. Told us we were the chairman now. That caused an uproar, but I said the name sticks. Chow to the old ways, baby. Time to swing in style. If the shoes fit, you wear them.
So how long were you the head of the family?
7 years. Took over 3 days after Mr. House introduced himself. Our chief at the time, mountain of a guy named Bingo, wanted to stay nomadic. I disagreed, so he challenged me to the knife. He looked so surprised when I stuck that knife in his neck. Thought he was so tough, but he was so slow. That's how I made Chief. It's how things were back then.
So how did Mr. House introduce himself?
We were east of Vegas when the first Securitron we ever saw rolled up on us. We junked it in a minute flat. The next day, 20 roll up. So we listened. Said we'd been selected. Vegas needed us to defend it. In exchange, we'd get cushy digs, full stomachs, medical treatment. Everything a nomad never gets, in other words. Most of the tribe thought we should say no. I thought it was the best idea ever.
So what happened after you fled the tops?
I prefer the term relocated. It took every stealth boy I had to cross the river at Cottonwood Cove. That was a close shave riding a boat full of Legion boys. Once I was across, I changed into a uniform. I swiped off a dead legionary outside Nelson. Tried to sneak into the bunker, but that didn't work out. They found the chip. I wasn't going to tell them what it was used for, but let's just say they were persuasive.
Caesar says I get to decide how you die.
Try not to smile so wide, baby. You might break your mouth. Yeah, Baldy said you'd get to decide. So which way you leaning?
I haven't made up my mind.
I know. So many options. How do you choose just one?
Is there anything more to know about you?
I never tire of talking about myself.
No.
Ta-ta.
Caesar has permitted your weapons to be returned to you while you serve him.
Okay.
Caesar has put a lot of trust in you. Be worth it.
Hello.
See what happens if I do this. Console hums quietly, powered by some unknown source. There is a round slot on the console about the size of a large poker chip. Insert the platinum chip. Okay.
True to Caesar.
Enter the secret bunker. Completed. Find Mr. House's secret bunker. Let me put on my
I see you reached your destination safely. Shall we get to work?
So why did you send me here?
The Platinum chip is a data storage device. I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at.
I was going to do as Caesar asks and blow everything up down here.
Listen to me very carefully. I've waited too long for this moment for you to go fouling it up on a lark. Do as I say, and your rewards will be immense. Thwart me, and your punishment will become the purpose of my existence.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
I like to think you have enough sense to do the right thing. The rewards for doing so are immense, as are the punishments for not doing so.
Cool. Turned off the securities. And what's this? Activate, protect now. Okay, I need more for that. Okay, let's give her something. Oh, let's see if that works for her. Oh, they turned everything off.
Gotcha.
She's doing pretty good all by herself. All right.
Attention. Wi-Fi log.
If the bunker's power regulators are destroyed, its reactor core will overload. Okay, I'm not doing that. Systems room, okay.
Commencing lawful use of deadly force.
Insert the platinum chip. Okay, the Securitron operations console. This is the operations console for the Securitron Vault. Software updates can be installed from this console. Insert the platinum chip and install the Mark II upgrade software. Wildcard, you and what army? Thank you, Eddie.
Your work here is done. Return to the Lucky 38 so we can discuss next steps. You have a very bright future ahead of you. Thanks to your actions today, so does the rest of mankind.
Okay, now how do we get out of here? We're gonna have to kill... Oh, they're not attacking?
You've carried out Caesar's will, but I must confiscate your equipment again.
All right.
You're free to leave.
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done. There are rewards for doing as I command. Today, your reward is vengeance. You get to decide how Benny dies. Go to Benny. Let him know what you've decided. My Praetorians will perform the execution, unless you want to perform it yourself. Consider it the first of many bestowments.
All right, Benny.
So, baby, what did you find down there?
Hundreds of Securitrons, all of them upgraded now, just like Mr. House wants.
So, all this time, the old man had an entire army on layaway? Clever player. Just imagine the look on Baldy's face when those Securitrons come pouring out on Judgment Day. I'd pay to have that bronzed. So all you gotta do is talk to Yes Man. Figure out how to set things in motion. Make Vegas a town I would have been proud of, baby. Let it swing.
I have to decide what happens to you now.
I see. And how's that gonna happen?
We'll fight in the arena, fair and square. You'll be crucified for my amusement. I've decided to kill you here and now. How about I untie you? Yeah, they'll just crucify him. I've decided to kill you here and now.
I see. Keep it simple, eh? Around here, it's one of the better options.
I could crucify you instead.
Don't do that, baby. Not crucifixion. I could be up there for days with those twisted creeps laughing and pointing.
How about I bust you out? Yeah, no. Pass the time thinking over your mistakes.
You sick, vindictive fuck!
I'm sure you found Benny's demise pleasing. The destruction of an enemy? There are few things more satisfying. Let's press on, shall we? As I was telling you before, I want Mr. House out of the picture. You have an interest in his death, too. If he knows that you destroyed his gadgets beneath the fort, he will strike back. You know where to find him. How he dies, I leave up to you.
What is that machine in your tent?
It's called an auto-doc. As the name suggests, it's an automated physician, more or less. He can treat broken bones, cuts, punctures, scrapes. Sometimes I bestow its use upon someone I favor. Makes for a powerful gift in a culture that forbids painkillers and is largely ignorant of medical science. Complete your mission and return to me.
Awe, are you ready to return to Cottonwood Cove?
Yeah.
Very well.
Oh, okay, good.
Whew, I'm glad that's over.
Hail, Ben.
You look new to Freeside, so here's a little advice, friend. Don't go past the Southgate greeter without talking to it first.
So why wouldn't I go past the greeter?
Those bots are programmed to vaporize anyone who enters the fenced-in area without authorization from the greeter.
Okay, so who are you?
The name's Old Ben. I've been living in Freeside since the day I was born.
And what's your story?
I've done a bit of everything around here. Courier, butcher, crier, escort, gun for hire. Some of which I'm not proud of, but I do my best to help around town when needed.
Courier? I used to be a courier before I got shot in the head.
Exactly one of the reasons I got out of that job. Too many shifty characters looking to have someone else move their hot items.
All right.
All right. Yep.
Nice meeting you, old Ben. I don't want to get distracted. I'm on the way to the strip.
Exterminate! Exterminate!
Okay, I see what they mean.
Where to, partner? Penthouse floor?
No, good. They just automatically stay.
Be advised, visitors will be held responsible for the behavior of any robots accompanying them.
Hello, Mr. House.
I take it you've come to deliver the platinum chip?
Oh, I used the chip, but it didn't. Okay, yeah, here you go.
Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious, so very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale. Back then, anyway. That's where the chip was printed, on October 22nd, 2077. It was to have been hand-delivered to me here at the Lucky 38 the next day. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made.
What happens next?
A great deal shall be happening. A cascade of events with you taking a central role. At the moment, however, all you need to do is take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level. What you see there will help you understand the significance of what you accomplished at the fort.
Okay, I guess I'm just going there.
Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would. I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by Glassinghouse Inc., is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron the ability to engage ground and air targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 grenade launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss.
Well, isn't that special?
Trips to the basement are rarely so educational, don't you think? I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the Strip.
So what happens next?
The foundation is laid. My Securitrons on the Strip are upgraded, and those at the fort ready for action. Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of some lesser groups, while we wait for Caesar's Legion to attack Hoover Dam.
Okay, I got the chip back. I'd like to ask some questions.
What did you want to discuss?
I'm surprised you haven't asked what became of Benny.
That's because he ceased to be relevant when you recovered the Platinum chip. Revenge doesn't interest me. Progress does. Sorry to deny you a moment of primate triumph, but you'll have to go elsewhere to sound your barbaric yawp. What else did you want to discuss?
How will the NCR defend Hoover Dam?
General Oliver's strategy, or tunnel vision, as I like to call it, has been to mass troops at Hoover Dam. He wants to outfight the Legion in a straightforward slugging match, and then, when they rout, pursue and destroy them in detail. A crushing, decisive victory of this sort would overshadow the tactical ingenuity of Chief Hanlon's defense 4 years ago, you see.
So what's your battle plan for the dam?
A good deal should be obvious to you by now. I won't spoil the rest by talking out of turn. What else did you want to discuss?
So where does New Vegas get all its electricity?
Hoover Dam, of course. A hydroelectric dam. The NCR had it up and running at 50% capacity within a year of occupying the dam. By treaty, New Vegas receives 5% of its output. More than enough. What else did you want to discuss?
What was Vegas like before the war?
It was a place of splendor. As magnificent as today's Strip may seem, it's but a shadow of the neon paradise that was Las Vegas. I grew up not far from here, and though I traveled the old world extensively, I never found another place like it.
You say that you saved Las Vegas? How?
By 2065, I deemed it a mathematical certainty that an atomic war would devastate the Earth within 15 years. Every projection I ran confirmed it. I knew I couldn't save the world, nor did I care to, but I could save Vegas, and in the process, perhaps save mankind. I set to work immediately. I thought I had plenty of time to prepare. As it turned out, I was 20 hours short.
What were the preparations you made?
On the day of the Great War, 77 atomic warheads targeted Las Vegas and its surrounding areas. My networked mainframes were able to predict and force transmit disarm code subsets to 59 warheads, neutralizing them before impact. Laser cannons mounted on the roof of the Lucky 38 destroyed another 9 warheads. The rest got through, though none hit the city itself. A suboptimal performance, admittedly. If only the platinum chip had arrived a day sooner.
I already know, but why didn't the chip arrive on time?
The platinum chip was printed in Sunnyvale, California on October 22nd, 2077, the day before the Great War. It was to have been delivered by courier the following afternoon, but by then, the world had ended. The chip contained vital software upgrades, but not just for my Securitrons. Every aspect of the missile defense grid would have been upgraded too. Given that I had to make do with buggy software, the outcome could have been worse. I nearly died as it was.
So how did you nearly die?
Software glitches set off a cascade of system crashes. I had to take the Lucky 38's reactor offline, lest it melt down. For nearly 5 years, I battled power outages and more system crashes until I finally managed to reboot my data core with an older version of the OS. I spent the next few decades in a veritable coma, but I survived, obviously, and eventually thrived. What else did you want to discuss?
So what are your plans for New Vegas?
I've resurrected Vegas, spirit intact. What I need now is the ability to enforce my rightful claim. Not just against Caesar's Legion, by the way. In fact, the NCR is a more present and insidious threat.
So how do you intend to enforce your claim?
To enforce, one must have force, a position of strength. Years ago, when I detected NCR scouts roaming the Mojave, I could tell from their uniforms that these were no mere tribesmen. I knew it was only a matter of time before an army appeared to take control of the dam, and I knew my Securitrons wouldn't be enough to oppose them. And so I recruited the 3 families. Vegas belongs to me because I mustered enough strength to bring the NCR to the bargaining table.
Wasn't the NCR's army big enough to defeat your Securitrons and the 3 families?
Indeed it was, and still is, but not without taking significant casualties. Would Kimball and Oliver have traded the lives of hundreds of soldiers for absolute control of Hoover Dam? Oh, yes. They weren't afraid of me. They were afraid of Caesar, that attacking me would leave them vulnerable to a Legion offensive. And so they negotiated. Not out of the kindness of their hearts, as they try to make it seem, because the calculus of power left no other choice.
So what were the terms of your treaty?
NCR forces were permitted to occupy Hoover Dam and establish a military base at McCarran Airport. Well, it used to be one. They recognized my sovereignty over the Vegas Strip and agreed to supply electricity and water once their engineers repaired the dam. Written into the treaty were provisions that the NCR do nothing to prevent its soldiers and civilians from visiting the Strip. That's how I harnessed the NCR to my endeavor. Their occupation has been the engine of my growing economy.
So you would go to war against them?
The salient issue is that they will go to war with me, if given the chance. There's just one reason why the NCR hasn't contrived some outrage to justify invading the Strip. Caesar's Legion. The final battle between those 2 armies is fast approaching. I can't afford to let either side win on their terms. What else did you want to discuss?
So let's say you keep control of New Vegas. What happens next?
New Vegas is more than a city. It's the remedy to mankind's derailment. The city's economy is a blast furnace in which can be forged the steel of a new rail line running straight to a new horizon. What is the NCR? A society of people desperate to experience comfort, ease, luxury. A society of customers. With all that money pouring in? Give me 20 years and I'll reignite the high technology development sectors. 50 years and I'll have people in orbit. 100 years and my colony ships will be heading for the stars to search for planets unpolluted by the wrath and folly of a bygone generation.
In the meantime, you'd be some kind of dictator?
I prefer the term autocrat. I would rule as a chief executive. I would not answer to a board of directors or any other entity. Nothing to impede progress. If you want to see the fate of democracies, look out the windows.
So what's to keep you from abusing your power?
My judgment. I have no interest in abusing others, just as I have no interest in legislating or otherwise dictating what people do in their private time. Nor have I any interest in being worshipped as some kind of machine god messiah. I am impervious to such corrupting ambitions. But autocracy? Firm control in the hands of a technological and economic visionary? Yes, that Vegas shall have. What else did you want to discuss?
I should let you know that I planted a surveillance device on one of your data terminals.
Yes, I know. It was detected immediately and deactivated, let's see, 39.735 seconds after you planted it. You thought I wouldn't notice? What else did you want to discuss?
A woman named Emily asked me to bug one of your data terminals.
One of the followers of the apocalypse, I'm sure. They're curious about me. Good luck planting a surveillance device here in the Lucky 38 without my knowing about it. What else did you want to discuss?
That's it.
Goodbye.
Okay, so we've taken care of Benny. We've upgraded Mr. House's Securitron forces. And now it just remains to, I think, just piddle around with the other factions until the NCR is ready to take on Caesar. So I think I need to go down to the NCR embassy and talk to them there to figure out what their plans are. And then I'm sure there's going to be a decision point where we decide which faction we're going to back. Definitely Mr. House. It's just, I don't want to kill the NCR. I mean, he doesn't want to kill the NCR because they're his customers. You know, without customers, the Vegas Strip is nothing. So there must be a way just to address Caesar with keeping some treaty between Mr. House and the NCR. Well, we'll see. We'll pick it up in the next one and see where it leads. Thanks for watching. This is Geezer out. Bye.